Well, hi there, Cancer. How are you tonight? My name is Sherilyn, and I'm here to do your weekend bonus reading. This one is going to be for uh, June 20th to the 22nd, which should be Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're going to do it the same way we always do. I'm going to call out all 12 signs. When I call a sign out, whoever comes to your mind first, that's who we're talking about. I'll pull 2 cards for each of the 12 signs. It's to give you some sort of an overview to the overview of the recent dynamic between the two of you. Okay? At the bottom, I'll pull 2 cards each for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. This is to give you some sort of insight into what could possibly be coming towards you this weekend. The hope is that it will make it easier for you to navigate your way through the weekend. Okay? And this one right here is for my Cancers. Cancer, Cancer, Cancer. Okay. Let's see what we get. Okay? If you're a Cancer currently dealing with an Aries, I have the 7 of Cups and the 3 of Wands. So this Aries is viewing you, Cancer, as somebody who has a ton of options. They feel as though you're making plans to go into your future. They would love to be the option that you pick. I think that they are in the running, but they are not certain that they will be that option. So that's where they're standing right now. It's a wait and see kind of game. If you are a Cancer dealing with the Taurus, I have the 7 of Pentacles and the Wheel of Fortune. This Taurus feels as though the Wheel of Fortune is spinning in your favor right now, and that you are at a spot where you're trying to decide what you want to invest in and how much you want to invest in those things. I do not get the feeling that the Taurus is actually a romantic entanglement. It feels like a family member, longtime friend type of deal, where they are kind of like just waiting to see what you're going to do next. You know, they know things are going your way. They want to see what you're going to do with it. If you are a Cancer dealing with a Gemini, I got the 8 of Pentacles and the 2 of Swords. This Gemini is viewing you as somebody who is totally invested, but standing at a crossroads right now with heavy decisions to make. I do believe the decisions pertain to the Gemini, but here again, they're not certain of what you're going to decide. Okay? If you are a Cancer dealing with another Cancer, or if you're trying to send yourself a message, we've got the Justice card and the Ace of Pentacles. If you're sending yourself a message, I think that you are telling yourself that justice will be served here. The scales will be balanced. New opportunities will come your way. That's kind of the same thing I think a second Cancer would be telling you right now as well. Just bide your time. Do the right thing and things will come your way, right? If you are a Cancer dealing with a Leo, I have the 2 of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. So this Leo feels like you have the ability to be wish fulfillment to them. But they feel like you're juggling. They don't feel like you're 100% committed for some reason. So maybe you're not on board with Leo. I don't know. It shows potential if that's what you want. If you are a Cancer dealing with a Virgo, I have the Strength card. What else we got? And the Empress. So the Virgo is viewing you as the Empress, male or female, makes no difference. It's an energy, but they do see you in your feminine right now. They feel like you have a ton of internal whatever fortitude. You have all the inner strength that you need to be successful. It's just a matter of you choosing to nurture what you choose to nurture. Is how they feel, right? You can make anything successful if that's what you set your mind to, but what are you going to set your mind to is where they're not sure what you're going to do yet. This one doesn't feel romantic either to me. If you are a Cancer dealing with a Libra, I have the 5 of Cups and the King of Wands. So this Libra feels as though you're presenting as the King of Wands. So they're seeing you in your masculine and somebody who's not really necessarily ready to settle down. They see you more so as somebody who's a great leader, charismatic, a lot of fun to be around, great adventurer, right? But not really ready to settle down. And they feel as though you have let certain opportunities slip through your fingers because of that persona, okay, that you're now paying with this sense of loss and regret with the 5 of Cups, okay? If you are a Cancer dealing with a Scorpio, I have the Ace of Swords and the 9 of Pentacles. So the Scorpio is viewing you as somebody who has stepped into your independence, okay? And you did that over some sort of truth that came forward pertaining to the Scorpio or to whatever the dynamic was between you and the Scorpio. Some kind of truth came forward, I suppose, and that's what pushed you towards this independence, is how the Scorpio feels. If you are a Cancer dealing with a Sagittarius, I have the Page of Swords and the Emperor. The Sagittarius is viewing you in Emperor status, so they see you not only standing in your masculine, but the top of the heap for the masculines, right? The Sagittarius is keeping an eye on you. I don't feel like this is romantic. Maybe they want it to be, but I don't think anything's materialized here in that direction. But they're keeping an eye on you more than anything just because you're fun to keep an eye on. They just like to see what you'll do next type of deal. Okay? If you are a Cancer dealing with a Capricorn, I have the Page of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. So the Capricorn is definitely seeing you in boss energy. They're also seeing you standing in your masculine. They feel as though something has happened, and so that you are currently trying to rebuild the foundation that is your life, you know. So you have something solid to build on top of. Maybe this was romantic once upon a time. If it was, it feels like it fizzled. If you are a Cancer dealing with an Aquarius, I have the Knight of Cups and the Hangman. The Aquarius is viewing you as somebody who wants to rush in like a knight in shining armor in a situation. However, for some reason, you're restricted or stuck right now. So you're incapable of making that happen, it looks like. I don't know that you're rushing in on the Aquarius. Here again, it feels like somebody on the sidelines watching for some reason. If you are a Cancer dealing with a Pisces, I have the Two of Wands and the King of Cups. This Pisces feels that you are standing at some sort of a crossroads. I do believe this Pisces thinks that they are on one of the two paths that you could choose. They're hopeful you'll pick that path. They feel as though you hold the key to the emotional stability or emotional chaos for them. There you go. Okay, Friday, I've got the Seven of Swords and the Page of Wands. This is all about you acting somewhat like a free spirit because you're afraid to trust somebody. There's somebody here you're afraid to put your total trust into. So instead you go flying in the other direction, right, kind of. That's Friday. Saturday I have the Four of Cups and the Page of Cups. Somebody's bringing you some kind of offer on Saturday. You're incredibly dissatisfied or disappointed in the offer that you get. You wanted a whole lot more. This is like you were hoping for an engagement and they're going to ask you out to dinner. This is way not what you were hoping for. However, it's still in the right direction. You have to hold on to that because it could grow into something more, right? Sunday, I've got the Six of Pentacles and the Ten of Swords. There's a betrayal here, or there was a betrayal here at some point. And I think one of the things that you are fearing is reciprocity to that betrayal, meaning that you are afraid that the person that you betrayed is going to come back to you and betray you. I don't know that that fear is grounded, but it is something that seems to be in your head and is causing you some grief. So there you have it. For the week, it doesn't really look bad. I mean, it's good and bad. That's how they all are, right? No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best weekend you possibly can, right? And there you go. I'll be back on Sunday with the weekly readings. I'm here every morning with the daily energy check-ins. If you want to check those out, they're kind of cool, kind of fun, they're quick. And that's it. If you're looking for a personal reading, send me a message. I'll get you the details. I will never reach out to you first. If somebody reaches out to you, just says, hey, want a reading? That's not me. I don't care if they have my picture or a few of my videos. It's not me. Okay? I would love to hear from you. It'd be great for me to get a message saying, hey, you want to know about a personal reading? I'll get you the details. We will work it out, but I will never reach out to you first. Okay? Just so you know. All right, y'all. Thanks for everything. I hope you have a great day.